It's February 4th, and I have another message from the aliens. I'm an interdimensional communicator, which means I can talk to angels and aliens and other interdimensional beings. My last two videos shared information from the aliens intended to help us understand what happens when we die. Today's message addresses maybe the hardest version of that question, which is, what happens when a child dies? What happens when a life ends way too soon? And this is not just a hard question, this is a personal question for me, because like some of you, I've experienced this personally. My youngest son died just before his 4th birthday, so I've thought about this question a lot in the 14 years since he's been gone. This morning, I asked the aliens who wanted to come forward to answer this question, and Prometheus was the one who stepped up. Alien Prometheus is one of the leaders of the Council of Darkness. This is how he wants us to imagine him in his alien form. He also asked me to create a rendering of him in his God form. This is how he wants us to imagine him as God Prometheus from Greek mythology. Here's what Prometheus has to say about the death of a child, and as usual, I have it on my iPad. Any loss of life for any reason is something to grieve, but perhaps the most heartbreaking loss is welcoming the joy of a child, then having that child taken from you. I too have suffered that pain. I have experienced the loss of a child in my God form and in my alien form. I also have accidentally caused the death of children in these roles. I know this pain from both sides. When a child dies, either by accident or for reasons that appear natural, it is the deepest pain I know. The depths of pain we feel is a mirror of the depths of our love for that child. I know from experience that pain can change over time, but it never goes away. We want to assure you that although some children die by accident, it does not mean they didn't fulfill their mission. In fact, children who die young specifically volunteered for a short life. Maybe because their previous life was particularly long and hard. Maybe because they are so honored to inspire the growth of their parents' souls. Either way, a short life is always considered a successful mission. Bereaved parents should know you will see your child again in the heavenly realm. Even if your death comes decades later, your child might already be off on their next mission, but a part of them will remain in heaven waiting for you. They want you to live a long, happy life first, but when it is time for that to come to an end, they will be the first to greet you. Until then, they watch over you. They celebrate your joy and they mourn your sadness. They don't want you to worry about them, and they don't want you to sacrifice your joy because they are not with you. The best way for you to honor loved ones who leave the planet before you do is to relentlessly pursue joy in their memory. They do not gain anything by you sabotaging future joy because they are not with you physically. I know how hard it is. I have been there too. But if you've suffered the loss of a child, part of your soul's mission is to learn how to suffer the greatest loss, then truly find joy again. This is one of the most sacred missions of all. You will bring your child's memory forward with you as you complete this mission. And for parents of children living with cancer and other diseases, know that we see you. We see God holding you with extra care. We hope to help shift Earth to a state where cancer is eradicated. It's not likely to happen fast enough to impact children fighting terminal diseases today, but your child's battle is their mission and yours. Our best advice is to continue relentlessly seeking joy in your days, even if your days also include pain and fear. The children, the best friends, the partners you lose too soon, they are your soul family, and you will be reunited in the heavenly realm. Death is never an ending. It is a transition of consciousness that is fueled by love. So that's the message for today. As a bereaved mother of almost 14 years, I've had a lot of time to think about this question. I've done some writing about this as well, and you can read it at creatingnewnormal.com if you're interested. A lot of what Prometheus shared is really what felt true to me on my journey as well, but it sure was nice to get validation from a divine source. Before I go, I just want to confirm that aliens are still coming. They aren't giving me any time frames. I asked them again today and their answer was, don't ask. But they are coming. They haven't changed their minds. They are coming to help us. And while we wait, I will still keep making videos as often as I can, but I'm not going to be covering when or how they're going to show up. I am going to be sharing the wisdom that they have to share with us. This is how I worked with them in the beginning before I even knew that they were coming. And I'm so happy to have this platform to share their wisdom with you. And by the way, I haven't turned on any of the monetization options. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because they asked me to. So do you have questions for the aliens? Let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do about getting some answers.